Hi and welcome back. In this lecture we'll be talking about getting input in C++. So let's get started. Okay, let's first start by opening Visual Studio up. Okay, and now in here, remember I showed you how to create a project last lecture? Well, now it's your job to do it. So this is your little challenge. Okay, so if you've done that, great. If you haven't, that doesn't matter. Just look how I did it. So click on Start. Make sure you are under Visual C++, which I didn't mention in the last lecture because you would probably be here. But make sure you are under Visual C++. Then make sure you have Win32 console application. And let's call this, because I didn't give you a name, let's call this input. Press OK. Click on Next. Make sure to uncheck these and to check empty project. So now click Finish. And now you could have had this file in there, so it doesn't matter if you haven't done this. So now just click Add New Item. And let's again just call this main. Okay, so now type in main. And as we are doing something with input or output, let's just include IOStream. #include IOStream. Okay, yeah. This seems odd. Okay, that's done. Okay, so now in int main, we need to, this is a comment by the way, get input. Let's also print it out. So 2 slashes or even 3 slashes are comments. I prefer 2 slashes, but it's up to you again. So now in here, let's quickly create a variable, and a variable will come to this layer with all these different types. It's essentially something that can store information. So here we have an integer. We also have these strings, which can store text. We have a character. We have all these different types. We have booleans. So all these types can store their unique amount of information and their unique type of information. So let's also create a variable here. So let's say create variable, and these comments aren't needed, but just to show you what I am doing. Okay, and let's say we need to store some text. So for that we will use the string. And a string is a non-primitive type, that's why we have to put this in front, but just ignore that for now. Now we'll need to give it a name, and we can give it a value, but that isn't needed in this case. So let's call it my string, like this. Okay, so now we need to get input. So again, we need to go into the standard stuff, and just like we had C out there, that basically meant character out. That's how I remember it. So now we have the character because we want to get something in. So C in, yes, C in exists. And let's see, how does the information flow? So it comes from here and it goes somewhere else. So let's say like this. And let's add my string. Unless I wrote these the wrong way around. And this is not working. Why would that be? So something is wrong and we are using strings. Can we include something to do with strings? No. We want to include something with string. There it is. Let's try now. Does this go away? It goes away, so let's print this out. So you know this already, so std::c out. And let's say my string is, let's just connect these up as it was a variable name. Now we can just add another one of these and add something here. And let's add a exclamation mark there. And to put this in here, let's add the my string. So let's now try and run this. Do you like to build? Yes. And now it will say nothing. Well, let's just quickly try typing something like this is a computer. No, I cannot type. Let's just type one name, banana. As you can see, my string is banana. Exclamation mark. Press any key to continue. Let's also add our new line in here. So std : and line. So did this work? Okay, and this is rather confusing. Let's quickly ask the user for an input so that they actually know what to do. So let's say std : c out in here. Now let's say please enter a word. And let's end that line here. Okay, this isn't needed. And let's see, how does this work? So now let's say, hey, this is a word. And now it's saying, hey. Well, that isn't correct. Well, come back for the next lecture to find out why this is, and perhaps not even why this is, but just how to solve this. So see you then.